So if you keep up with the discourse that goes on regarding Destiny here on YouTube and on Twitter, then you may have heard of a certain exotic that has been the talk of the town. This exotic is none other than the Pyro Gale Gauntlet exotic gloves for the Titans. These gauntlets have been the talk of the town thanks to the massive buff it gives to Burning Maul, and the new competition it has with the Cuirass of the Falling Star. Today, I wanted to take a deeper look into these gauntlets to see if they are better than Cuirass of the Falling Star. So with that being said, I'm SniperKH, and let's hop into the video. Let's first talk about what these gauntlets do. The description of the exotic perk reads as follows: modifies Burning Maul into a single high damage slam of your hammer that creates 5 cyclones of flame. Consecration's second slam creates a cyclone of flame. In case you're not understanding what this means, it means that instead of being able to swing your hammer as much as you want to during the duration of Burning Maul, you now get one swing that allows you to dump your super quick. These gauntlets basically act as the Titan's version of Celestial Nighthawk, if you will. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Sniper, what about these gauntlets could make it dethrone Cuirass of the Falling Star? Well, it's a combo that I'm going to be revealing a little later into the video, so stick around, but for now, let's get into the damage testing. Let's first start off with how I went about doing this damage testing. I did a little bit of testing on 2 different bosses, with the 2 bosses being the Echo Phalanx boss in the Prophecy dungeon, and the Ogre boss in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. I wanted to start off by getting an idea as to how much each super did with just their respective exotic alone. So for Thunder Crash, I put on Cuirass of the Falling Star, and for Burning Maul, I put on Pyro Gale Gauntlet, and I dropped my super into the Ogre boss. I'll put the results on screen now, but just based off of the supers and their exotic armor pieces alone, Pyro Gale Gauntlets actually failed to outdamage a Cuirass Thunder Crash. So how can we help boost those numbers for Pyro Gale? Well, funnily enough, equipping the Roaring Flames aspect will skyrocket the damage numbers by over 200,000, assuming you have times 3 Roaring Flames, which is easy to get and maintain. So with Roaring Flames being a staple to Solar Titan builds, you should pretty easily outdamage Cuirass Thunder Crash supers. So the answer for today's video is yes then, right? Well, sure I suppose, but that's not the end of the testing, because that experiment only scratched the surface of this exotic's potential. What if I told you that with the help of the Pyro Gales, you can make Burning Maul the highest damage super in the game? Sounds intriguing? Well, let me explain how to get there. So, in order to do the most damage possible with these gauntlets, you're going to want to do the following. First of all, you're going to want to have at least the Roaring Flames aspect on, as that helps boost the damage as I just showed moments ago. Next up, you're going to want to have the Synthesept Exotic Titan Gauntlets on standby. We'll explain these gauntlets' role in just a moment. Next, you'll want to have a well or a Tractor Cannon. For my testing, I ran Tractor Cannon, but feel free to use whichever of those 2 you want to use. So, if you want to do massive damage numbers, you'll want to do the following. Start by building your Roaring Flame stacks to 3, which will cause you to do extra damage. Next, when you're ready to dump your damage into the boss, apply Tractor Cannon or have a teammate pop well. From there, when you have Pyro Gales on, pop your Burning Maul super. This will have the game use the Pyro Gales and basically make your super a one-off super. From there, go into your inventory and equip the Synthesept Gauntlets. From there, surround yourself with 3 enemies and use your super on the boss, and watch as the boss's health bar disappears. This combo should allow you to do an easy 875,000 to 950,000 damage in the blink of an eye. And with it being a one and done super, you can immediately go into using rockets or whatever else you have on to bake a boss. While it might sound like a lot of steps to get there, it actually isn't too much once you've done it once or twice. I did this method on the Echo Phalanx in the Prophecy dungeon, and would cook the boss's health bar. I think once you practice this method a bit, you will be cooking constantly. So in the end, should you get these gauntlets? Well, I think it's a pretty easy yes. These gauntlets are genuinely amazing and make Burning Maul not only a viable super for endgame DPS, but makes it the best super Titans have available to them. If you have yet to get these gauntlets, you can grind for them through the Vex Incursions activity on Neomuna, assuming you have every other exotic in the game. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the daily Lost Sector is offering exotic gloves to go and grind them. Regardless of what method you choose to get them, just get them, because you won't regret it. Well, that'll wrap up today's video. If you found it helpful, consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel for more Destiny 2 content dropping weekly. If you have some content you want me to cover, especially with Season of the Witch being here, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll get to it ASAP. Finally, check out my other social media platforms, all linked in the description below. With that being said, I'm SniperKH, and I'm out. Good luck with gaming.